Right. Good morning, everyone. I'm Jasmine D'Souza, and I head the digital business at MTech. On behalf of entire MTech team, I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of you joining us today for this exclusive webinar on Sangfor HCI, the smarter alternative to VMware. At MTech, we are committed to driving digital transformation by bringing innovative, cost-effective, and secure IT solutions to our clients. In line with this vision, I'm proud to share that MTech has recently achieved gold partnership status with Sangfor Technologies. This milestone strengthens our ability to deliver advanced cloud, cybersecurity, and infrastructure solutions backed up by Sangfor's cutting edge technology and our deep local expertise. Today's session is a reflection of this strong partnership where we aim to provide you with valuable insights into how Sangfor's HCI can empower your business, especially as a compelling alternative to traditional solutions like VMware. It's now my pleasure to introduce our speaker for today, Mr. Vignesh Kumar, Pre-Sales Manager at Sandforce Technology. Vignesh is a highly experienced IT professional with a deep expertise in cloud computing, virtualization, IT security, and HCI solution. He has been instrumental in helping organizations across the region to optimize their IT infrastructure. Today, he will guide us through Sandforce HCI capabilities, present a comparative study with VMware, and demonstrate how businesses can seamlessly migrate to Sandforce platform. With that, I'll hand it over to Vignesh to kick off the session. Stay tuned till the end of the live demo and question answer. We look forward to your questions. Over to you, Vignesh.
Great. Thank you so much, Jasmine. So, very good morning, everybody. So, apologize since I have a bad throat. My voice might be a little bit low. I hope I'm audible, right, Jasmine?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. So, let's start on the topic, right? So, what we're going to discuss today is about, what Sang4 is all about on a high level, and then introduction to Sang4 HCI and why Sangfor is an ideal alternate option, a comparative study, and also how to migrate from VMware or any other platform. This is what we are going to cover today, right? And just to give an introduction, of course, Sangfor was founded in the year 2000, right, by our founder, Mr. River, and co-founder, Mr. Wilson. And definitely, we are now in 25. So we are a 25-year-old organization, right? And as we speak, the company started with only 3 employees, but with the vision to provide innovative and quality products and services to our customer, the company has grown into a multinational enterprise with over 8,000 employees, and we are expanding as we speak globally as well, right? So, how our team is structured is primarily with 4 departments, you can say R&D, sales, customer service, and others, and most of our employees are in the R&D. That means if you see 40% of our staff is dedicated to R&D, which will prove that the strength of our R&D and the technical resource and the technical capabilities is very much stronger, right? Followed by sales and marketing and customer service and support, and for all other admin and other related activities. So also, Sangfor has now grown into a very large group. We currently have 3 major business groups focusing on cybersecurity, cloud computing, and IT infrastructure, right? So apart from that, we have also introduced our, networking and, enterprise Wi-Fi and IoT solutions along with Sundry as well. So these are our company and the group offerings all together. And definitely, so as we speak, just to highlight the fact that we have currently more than 70 plus branches, including countries like Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines, UAE, Oman, Saudi, Turkey, Italy, and all these countries. And definitely, we have very good expansion as well happening across the globe. Whereas recently we have added countries like Colombia, Brazil, and Morocco as well. So we do have a dedicated support center in UAE. So we have our office in Production City, as well as a couple of support centers as well globally, as you can see from the screen. So this is where we established the company with a global presence, so that customers get support mostly from the local region where they are available. Let's say, for example, in UAE we have a support center, and Saudi we have a support center for the Gulf region to handle the customers support. And as well, when we talk about the solutions from Sangfor, the key element is definitely we are having almost all the solution integrated with AI, right? So we call it as all products enabled by AI, right? So AI based products and services is also very much integrating. So we are definitely wanting to have a much better, AI capabilities with all our solution, which will make our day-to-day life easier, as well operation and maintenance becomes pretty simple. So let's talk to come back to the topic of what we are going to cover today, right? So this is about Sangfor HCI. When we talk about HCI, it's hyper-converged infrastructure. And these four are the main components that we have today, starting from ASV. ASV is our hypervisor. ASAN is storage virtualization. ANET is network virtualization. ASEC is security virtualization. So we will discuss all of these components individually in detail. And in the next slide, I will just going to run a small video, which will give you a brief about HCI overall.
As businesses embrace digital transformation, the demands on data centers are growing rapidly. Traditional IT infrastructure, with its siloed and complex architecture, is struggling to keep up. In response, IDC predicts that 80% of enterprises will have adopted hyper-converged infrastructure, HCI, by 2025, driven by the need for better performance, reliability, scalability, and cost efficiency. And by 2028, private/dedicated cloud infrastructure spending will reach $56.1 billion, growing at a 12.9% compound annual growth rate, CAGR, from 2023 to 2028. At the core of digital transformation, where innovation meets efficiency, Sangfor stands at the forefront, shaping the future of IT infrastructure. Welcome to the era of Sangfor's full-stack private cloud. Today, businesses yearn for agility, performance, and reliability on a unified platform. Sangfor HCI is not just about hyperconvergence. It's the blueprint of our Sangfor's full-stack private cloud, the next-gen infrastructure designed for the modern data center. Building and managing a cloud infrastructure is not easy. Sangfor full-stack private cloud solution based on HCI helps you do it easily and quickly. Introducing Sangfor HCI, seamlessly integrating compute, storage, networking, and security into a single software-defined platform. It's the infrastructure that thinks, learns, and grows with you. By consolidating separate legacy systems into one efficient platform, it simplifies management, enhances capabilities, and reduces costs, making it the perfect data center modernization solution. Case studies show up to a 50% reduction in TCO. With Sangfor HCI-based private cloud, you get exceptional performance. The performance optimization of Sangfor HCI is systematic, covering compute, storage, and networking. Combined with technologies like intelligent high-load VM scheduling, SPDK Turbo, SRIOV, and RDMA, it delivers up to 1 million IOPS with just 3 nodes in hybrid configuration, outrivaling competitors and ensuring your critical applications run smoothly. Independent tests prove that we outperform many competitors in speed and efficiency. For instance, a major manufacturing company saw a 40% boost in application performance. Reliability is one of Sangfor HCI's standout benefits. Sangfor HCI provides the most comprehensive failure prevention and sub-health detection prediction mechanism in the industry. With built-in high availability 2.0, integrated backup, and continuous data protection, our customers report 99.99% uptime. An example highlighting the reliability of Sangfor HCI is live migration. The Oracle VM live migration on Sangfor HCI under 1000 concurrency realizes zero service disruption and less than 3 seconds performance drop. While the open source virtualization platform suffers 190 seconds performance drop and significant service disruption. We also have you covered for unexpected disruptions with reliable disaster recovery options. Our solutions have been proven in real-world scenarios to ensure rapid recovery times. One leading hospital group using our solution experienced zero downtime over several years of critical operations. Security is paramount in today's threat landscape. Sangfor is one of the few companies in the world provides both cloud computing and security solutions, thereby offering easy and seamless integration. Thanks to over 2 decades of expertise in security technology in the market with a solid global presence, Sangfor HCI incorporates cutting-edge security measures and integrates our advanced endpoint security solution for real-time protection. Combined with smart microsegmentation and auto backup features, it offers comprehensive anti-ransomware protection. One financial institution cut security incidents by 70% after implementing our security solutions with the platform. Managing your infrastructure should be easy, and Sangfor HCI is designed with usability in mind. With the Sangfor Cloud Platform, you manage your entire infrastructure, even multiple data center, through a single, intuitive dashboard. Visualization simplifies cloud infrastructure management and configuration. The innovative "what you draw is what you get" feature redefines network topology management on HCI, making the network visualized at your fingertips. Moreover, our cloud-based AI-driven operations and maintenance tool, SkyOps, further reduces manual operations and minimizes errors, providing a wide range of value-added services, including 24/7 resource monitoring and alerting, performance prediction, application health perception, and automated response, enabling users to achieve more with less. One IT services company cut management overhead by 60%, freeing up resources for strategic initiatives. With these features and benefits, Sangfor HCI rivals the industry's leading solutions, offering a robust and cost-effective alternative without sacrificing functionality. The architectural design of Sangfor full-stack private cloud based on HCI enables customers to easily develop, deploy, run and manage their business applications with reliability, performance, and ease of management, thus improving their business efficiency, reducing O&M overhead, and saving costs. It's ideal for businesses undergoing digital transformation, providing a secure and scalable private cloud solution that adapts to your evolving needs. Whether it's virtualization, a software-defined data center, or a full-stack private cloud, Sangfor HCI provides the building blocks for diverse scenarios. Our solutions are designed to adapt to your unique needs, not the other way around. It also integrates seamlessly with Sangfor Managed Cloud and Partners Cloud, creating a flexible, consistent, and optimized hybrid cloud environment to cater for various business use cases such as cloud backup, disaster recovery, and hybrid workload deployment. Sangfor HCI stands out as a market leader in excellence and innovation. We hold one of the largest market shares in the Asia-Pacific region and earned recognition in the Gartner Magic Quadrant and Market Guide for full-stack HCI as a representative vendor. Over 10,000 customers worldwide trust Sangfor HCI as the cornerstone of their cloud and digital transformation journeys. Join top enterprises, financial institutions, healthcare providers, and government agencies that rely on us for their critical infrastructure needs. Ready to transform your IT infrastructure? Visit www.sangfor.com to learn more and take the next step towards a more efficient, secure, and scalable future.
So yes, so that was the entire overview of what Sangfor HCI is. Let's go a little
As
bit
business
in deep about our software architecture, right? So when we talk about our software architecture, Sangfor HCI provides innovative third generation cloud computing architecture, right? That definitely simplifies operation and multiplies network security. So if you see in this, the foundation of all these components are, starting from the server virtualization, ASV, followed by storage virtualization, network virtualization, and security virtualization. And along with that, we do have our own inbuilt backup as well as DR solutions. So our compute virtualization can be installed on any hardware platform. Let's say For example, like it could be Dell, HP, Supermicro, Fujitsu, whatsoever kind of a platform, right? So this is our hypervisor. This can be deployed on any hardware platform, or if you're looking for a single vendor support, Sangfor can also provide Sangfor's own hardware. And if you want to have like a traditional infrastructure, you can just install the hypervisor, connect to an external storage, be it FC, SCSI, whatsoever it is, and you can still make it a traditional infrastructure. But by introducing ASAN, which is a storage virtualization, we are introducing the concept of hyper-converged infrastructure, right? So what this happens is that we are combining the local hard disk of all the nodes together to create one single virtual storage, right? At the same time, enabling multi-copy mechanism so that if one node goes down, the virtual machines are highly available on the next node. So that's the concept of our ASAN. Then ANET, ANET will enable you to provide microsegmentation, right? So if you want to control the traffic of the virtual machines in the cluster, so you can definitely, with the ANET licenses, you can do that. Then ASEC is one of our unique offerings where it will protect the virtual machine which is running on top of the HCI infrastructure against attacks like real-time virus attack, malware attack, a ransomware attack, ransomware protection, ransomware detection, ransomware recovery capability is also available with the ASEC. And all these components are individually licensed based on number of CPU sockets, physical CPU sockets, right? Regardless of the number of cores, you can have 8 core, 10 core, 24 core, 48 core, or AMD processor with 96 cores, whatsoever it is. We only license the physical CPU sockets. All the components like ASV is also licensed physical CPU, ASAN as well, ANET, and ASIC. And the backup is included free of cost. And this free backup will have an RPO of up to 1 hour. So then the DR is for the replication of virtual machines from site 1 to site 2. DR is also licensed based on number of virtual machines that you want to replicate from site 1 to site 2. Then we also have our Sangfor cloud platform, which is again a private cloud, right? So that means this will be deployed as a virtual machine on top of HCI in order to get multi-tenancy feature, billing feature, as well as operation center. And if you want to have a different department individually manage and build them based on their usage, you can do that on the Sangfor cloud platform. Right, so that's the high-level introduction and architecture about Sangfor HCI. Right, so moving forward, so how are we going to consolidate a three-tier architecture? Right, so this is a very much typical traditional data center setup with switches, router, security components, server, fiber channel switches connecting to an external storage, and this is typically three-tier infrastructure, and we might need to understand what was the time spent on building and expanding a traditional data center, right? How much money was invested in it, as well as is the current architecture scale, right? So there are a lot of challenges in all of those things. So thereby we introduce Sangfor HCI by reducing the components of the traditional three-tier infrastructure to pretty much servers and just switches for interconnecting it, right? So that's how the Sangfor HCI will consolidate your IT infrastructure components to a pretty small form factor, at the same time maintaining the same and better functionality that you're able to provide to your applications. Now, by having HCI, what type of security, how the security can be provided to this HCI kind of an architecture? Yes. To start with, we in our kernel of our hypervisor, we have a built-in web application firewall, right? So thereby, our hypervisor becomes a very much hardened kernel module. Followed by for virtual machine, we can have virtual machine encryption functionality, endpoint security with our ASIC licenses. We can protect the virtual machines which is running inside this particular HCI infrastructure. And for network security, we can have the distributed firewall or the microsegmentation, followed by cyber command for platform security, right? So what cyber command does, it can also do a correlated service. Let's say, for example, it can integrate endpoint secure and firewall to have an automated response if there is any threat in the entire infrastructure. That's how we are able to provide maximum security inside out. So this infrastructure, your basic question will be, can this support any kind of application? Answer is yes. Whether it is databases, whether it is containers, SAP HANA, big data, or even AI workloads, it can definitely support, thereby making it a very much next generation HCI. This is how the dashboard of our HCI looks like, right? So it's an all-in-one management dashboard. Dashboard provides very much balanced view of resources, sorry, displaying the total number of VMs, how many are powered on, powered off. It also shows the number of nodes in the cluster and the status, whether it's online, offline. Additionally, we can also integrate with VMware vCenter. It can be helpful for taking a backup of your VMware VMs or even to migrate from VMware to Sangfor directly, right? So you don't need any other tools to migrate. Then the dashboard also provides a comprehensive view of total CPU, memory, storage, and their respective capacity as well. Below, you can find the IP address of each of those nodes, and this what you see here is a two-node cluster along with witness node as well. And in order to create an entire networking, we are bringing simplicity, right? So our solution brings simplicity to building a virtual network with intuitive drag and drop functionality. So if you see in this example, we are able to drag a particular virtual network component and drop it to the screen, and as well drag and drop a virtual machine, and with connector directly connect to a virtual switch or a VLAN that it brings to. So you can create different VLANs with multiple different port groups and attach that to the virtual machine. And that's it, your entire virtual network is created. So this will be helpful for creation as well as troubleshooting your entire virtual network. Oh, sorry. Can somebody mute, please? Okay. So that's about our virtual network functionality. Next will be, how do we start? We can simply start with a two-node cluster, right? And then expand up to 64 nodes in one single cluster. If you want more than 64 nodes, then we can create another cluster and manage both these clusters from one single pane of glass. And then by default, our solution includes multi-copy and built-in backup system, right? So what it happens is that whenever you're writing a data, there will be another copy of the data in other nodes in the cluster, so that if one of the node goes down, the virtual machine will automatically get its data from the next node, right? As well as you can enable backup functionality where uh, as per your backup policy, it will get the backup will be copied to the external repository that you are attaching to. And by default, this free backup will have an RPO of up to 1 hour. And if you want to have an RPO of less than 1 hour, then we have a license integrated backup called as CDP. This will be licensed based on number of virtual machines, and it can reach an RPO close to 0 seconds. That means whenever there is a rate of change of data, immediately the backup is taken. And that's how it is. And we are the world's first HCI vendor to have an integrated CDP with our HCI, right? Moving to our DRS technology, right? So this platform is equipped with intelligent scheduling technology. So it will automatically observe that the load on one of the server is high. So migrate that VMs from that node to the other node where the load is less. So these are all happens without any downtime and automatic. So we have also included an AI-based prediction engine, right? So what this AI engine will do, it predicts the load of the virtual machine. Let's say, example, virtual machine one. So this virtual machine one will be, this particular system will learn this virtual machine one's behavior for the last 5 days. And it will know that every third day at 12 p.m., it requires 99% CPU. So it has made that machine learning capacity capability, and it will make a note of it. So what it will do is that it will know in the next 5 days and in the third day at 12 p.m., this VM will require 99% CPU. So before it reaches 12 p.m., it will ensure that the underlying server has enough CPU to serve that particular virtual machine. Right? If it does not have, automatically it will migrate that VM to other node where it has enough capacity, so that by the time your virtual machine will require that kind of resources, it will have it. Right? So these are all done in the background with this AI engine so that your application performance is never impacted. There's no separate license or anything for it. This is integrated and included within the HCI itself. Right. And if you talk about DR, yes, we do have DR capability, right? So it can be active-active or active-passive. When we talk about active-active, we are able to provide a stretch cluster. So definitely it needs to be connected with a 10 gig fiber, both the sides, in order to achieve a stretch cluster. If not, it is kind of like a active, passive DR. Next, we also have a storage capacity prediction trend analysis in our HCI. What is going to tell you that based on your historical usage, Mr. Customer, you will be running out of storage in the next 90 days. This kind of prediction mechanism we have inbuilt with our engine itself. You don't need any other license. And definitely, we are also seeing that the containerization module is very much trending, right? So we are able to run, let's say, a Kubernetes containers on top of Sangfor. We call it a Sangfor Kubernetes Engine or SKE. And if you need that, it can have the entire Kubernetes orchestration from the same HCI pane of glass itself. Now let's talk about a little bit of comparative study, right? So when we talk about Sangfor versus most other vendors, these are the functionalities what Sangfor can provide. For example, built-in security center with ASEC, right? Correlated service. There's only one edition. So unlike any other vendors in the market, right? We only have one edition. We call it as Enterprise Edition, and this will cover almost all the features that we talked about, right? So like live migration, template cloning, snapshot, all these features are pretty much included with this particular edition itself. As we talk about the fully matched solution capabilities with VMware, so starting for compute, yes, we call it as ASV, and then storage, we call it as ASN, network, we call it as ANet, security is ASEC, and cloud management, we call it as Sangfor Cloud Platform. For file and object storage, we have a dedicated storage appliance called as A-Store, where we can provide this. For Kubernetes, like I mentioned, we provide Sangfor Kubernetes Engine. Sangfor also has a VDI platform, we call it as A-Desk. So at the end of the slide, I'll give you a small demo video about A-Desk as well. Then operations, we have SkyOps. Also a product suite comparison. So when we talk about different suites from VMware to Sangfor, how we can combine and provide our solution. right? So thereby we can provide a smooth migration from VMware to Sangfor. Especially when we talk about VMware, we have better alternative and easy licensing, and we have very much value-centric partner system, right? And a world-class support and service that we're able to provide. This is the same thing, just explaining in brief. Moving on, especially when compared to VMware, VMware needs something called as a vCenter, right? So whereas we don't need a management platform, our management platform is included and integrated by default, right? And it's free of cost. And our backup is also included free of cost. Then the DR, we provide an entire, visualized DR, what we talk about. So you have a graphics-based analysis for DR, especially to find out, what's the status of the replication and so on and so forth. We understand that a lot of customers are using VMware, and we provided a integration with vCenter so that we can easily migrate and back up the VMs from VMware. Direct integration with VMware vCenter. So this is what we do. Once we integrate with vCenter, we right-click the virtual machine, migrate to Sangfor. Be it Linux or be it Windows, whatever kind of virtual machine it is, pretty easy, straightforward migration. It will also display the migration time and speed and the size of the data to be migrated from the screen itself, right? And if you're just looking for an alternative to just replace, vSphere as such, like an existing infrastructure, we only need ASV. ASV is the hypervisor component because it has an inbuilt, management as well as data plane as well as backup, everything included. Only ASV will be required to, replace your vSphere to run your core workloads. And it can provide all the features like TRS, HA, template cloning, snapshot, all this functionality with ASV alone. And then if you're using, let's say, sorry, products like Veeam, you can still, if you want to continue using Veeam, you can still continue using Veeam with Sangfor as well. Or you can also use Sangfor's inbuilt free backup to take a backup of your virtual machine. And if it is other than, let's say, other than VMware, if we have any other platform like Nutanix or Hyper-V, yes, we do migrate using a tool called a Sangfor migration tool. With that as well, we provide seamless migration from any to Sangfor. And when you look at Sangfor as a license, we have one edition, which we call it as Enterprise Edition, one size fits all, right? And CPU-based licensing. And definitely we are, and we have to be cost competitive. And when we talk about comparison with others, generally Sangfor with VMware, Nutanix, or Hyper-V, these are the kind of capabilities that Sangfor can provide, right? Whereas other vendors are not able to provide, right? So let's say, for example, a disk batch sector prediction. It's by default, we have with our ASAN licenses and CDP integrated with Sangfor, right? And then let's say, for example, we can also have security functionality like load balancer, firewall, VPN kind of a service as an instance and loaded into HCI, and that too being managed from same HCI pane of glass. These are some of the key differences. And as well, on a high level, when we talk about better licensing, right? No minimum core requirement, right? Whereas if VMware is making a minimum core requirement of 16, 72, or anything like that, we don't have such minimum core requirement because we are just licensed based on physical CPU. As well, our ASAN is licensed based on physical CPU, unlike the VMware vSAN where you license based on storage, right? Ours is licensed just based on physical CPU. And we are able to provide both subscription as well as perpetual licenses. When we talk about subscription, 1 year, 3 year, or 5 year, as well, we can still provide perpetual license as well. License mixing flexibility as well is pretty much available with the Sangfor HCI licenses. And that's about the entire introduction about HCI and how do we migrate and what are the alternative ways, especially from VMware, that we are able to provide. I will also give you a quick 2-3 minute introduction about Sangfor VDI as well.
Every day, many people are working via Sangfor A-Desk, and you will notice a lot of things. A-Desk consolidates personal desktops into data center. Users can access their Windows desktop via various devices. No more constraints by fixed PC. Business is getting more flexible. Desktop operation and management is getting easy. Sangfor A-Desk can greatly boost operation and management efficiency. The terminal quantity that one admin can manage is a couple of times more than traditional PC. Deployment can be done in 1 day. One web management console can do 90% of the operation, increasing troubleshooting efficiency by 8 times. One admin managing 1,000 terminals is just a piece of cake. Data and business security is effortlessly guaranteed. With A-Desk, all data is stored in data center. Merely images and operation instructions are transferred. User terminal no longer keeps any data. Business gets more secured as a result. Moreover, Sangfor A-Desk originally created personal disk encryption technology. Personal data is secured even from IT admin. Enjoy privacy on A-Desk. Meet the needs of BYOD and mobile office. Sangfor A-Desk allows people to access their desktop anytime, anywhere, with any device. Work will never be disrupted by change of location. Mobile office gets highly flexible and convenient. E-Desk radically simplifies desktop cloud. Traditional virtual desktop requires lots of components, but Sangfor A-Desk is very simple. We provide virtual management software VMP, Virtual Desktop Controller VDC, as well as Thin Client. Quickly build up one-stop virtual desktop solution. Say goodbye to complexity. Virtual desktop is very environmental friendly. It cuts terminal power cost by 70%. Yet Sangfor has taken this to another level. Our thin client is based on ARM architecture, cutting energy consumption even more. The exclusive operation system is more stable, streamlining maintenance work to the minimum. Sangfor A-Desk can be found in many places. It helps you simplify desktop operation and maintenance with similar cost as traditional PC. It helps you unify desktop management. Centralized storage guarantees data security. It helps you flexibly start mobile office, enhance organization's overall efficiency. A-Desk truly makes the world a better place.
So that's a quick introduction about our VDI solution as well. If you have any question or queries about VDI, please do reach out to me, maybe post this session. We can have a detailed discussion about VDI as well. And yes, I would like to wrap up this session now. And thank you so much. And I will leave the stage to Jasmine.
Yeah, thank you so much,
Yeah.
Vignesh. Attendees, if you have any questions or queries, you can put it on chat. We are live. We are open now to answer these questions. We'll wait for 2 minutes to answer your questions, and then we will wrap up this. Okay. Yeah, definitely we'll be sharing the recordings as well as the Sangfor portfolio to you after the webinar. And also we will be sharing you the feedback form. Kindly help us to fill in that feedback form as well. So any questions that you want to ask regarding HCI, how Sangfor can help you with VMware replacement, anything? Okay, then all right. Thank you so much, Vignesh, for the insightful presentation and detailed demo. And a big thank you to all our attendees for joining us today and actively participating in our discussion.
Thank you
Thank
so much,
you.
everyone. Thank you.